Hey, how you going? I'm going to show you how to make a custom menu in my Adventure Creator VRTK system. So basically I have a dialogue system set up that's up and running, and I'll give you a quick look at that because I am in love with showing you what I got. It's a little bit broken in the build. It's not rendering the UI layers properly. That's okay. But in editor, it's working, which is fine. So currently, we have. Alright, so hitting play, making sure, is that recording? It is. Okie dokie. Alright. And we're live. So currently, we have a system that lets us, little pink man for scale, hover over and highlight a character, trigger the dialogue. Don't know why it's black like that. Not normally the case. That's fine. So we've got a dialogue system now, which is great. This is all using Virtual Reality Toolkit and Adventure Creator. Not like you to be forgetful. I don't know why the font is the font of a demon. That's okay. I've put some gaps here to... That's interesting. Is it waiting? Something's wrong. That's right. You get the idea. So now what I need is like a separate UI system that is different to like the conversation and font system. So what I'm going to do is create a custom UI system in Adventure Creator. It's very simple. So I'm just going to... oh, what's going on here? It's fucking cooking. All right. That's great. Incorrect. You should not look this way. All right, there we go. I just had to get the font to rethink itself. Okay, so I'll just close that and that so you can see the full delight of what will be a good video. I promise, Dad. So I actually don't know how I'm going to do this. I'm currently doing a stream and I was like, I'll make a tutorial video at the same time. So yeah, right now basically Adventure Creator gives you these like panels basically that well, it gives you the ability to link UI prefabs in Unity to like the Adventure Creator system. So I'm just going to go and duplicate the subtitle system because why not? It's already there. It's not letting me. That's okay. Control D. There we go. Just didn't hit the button hard enough. Classic situation. I'm going to rename this to notification. All right, my monitor has started turning off every so often as well. Is my computer am I being targeted by the Havana Ray? I don't know. Notification UI. Okay, so super simple, like panel. So at the moment I've got a panel. I know that it appears, so I'm just going to say text notification. And the reason I would use this instead of the existing dialogue system, what the fuck's going on? Is this because I'm recording? Like, are you fucking kidding me right now, computer? I think my graphics card, something's on its last legs. Anyway, this is a short, quick tutorial that will work definitely in one go. Text notification, subtitles. So yeah, here we go. Text notification. Let's make an example notification. And let's make it centered. Let's make it big. And yeah, I basically just want to be able to distinguish between like dialogue, which has its own style and vibe, and collect 10 crickets. I'm sort of like, I'm making an adventure game, but it's a bit more like, it's also got like a bit of that like, fetch quest kind of bullshit as well, just because honestly, I'm not actually a very good game designer in terms of like fun mechanics, and like this is just all I can think of. So if anyone's actual game designer that likes video games, unlike me who hates them, let me know, because I would love some ideas for how to make this game actually fun. All I really care about is the story. So collect 10 crickets, because people love a job. Great, so now we've got a notification prefab. We can go to AC Game Editor. So the Adventure Creator Game Editor is super powerful. Go to the menu, and it basically starts with a whole game system for you, like with every single thing you'd ever need for pause, especially like 2D and 3D stuff. Like I'm kind of starting with a really stripped back set of prefabs because I actually don't need that much stuff. But it's super handy, and I think I'll just figure out what I need as I go. So notification, which really is my system for tell player what to do. We don't have to capitalize that just because I'm doing a YouTube video. Notification, source, Unity, UI prefab. So you can actually use Adventure Creator System to do that. Unity, UI prefab. Start game locked off. No, action list. Like I said, I don't actually know how I'm going to do this. I'm just assuming that I'll be able to figure it out. Canvas group fader, that's fun. Link to canvas prefab. So now we can link the canvas group, right? And then what we can do is, so it doesn't need to do an action list stuff. It doesn't have a brain. It reacts to a brain. And then we just say add a, I do so well until all of a sudden my brain just stops. That's fine. Like this is a YouTube video as opposed to a 4-hour stream, so I'm going to keep it pretty hot. Text, input, label, done. Add new label. I'm going to call notification, blah, blah, blah. And I'm going to link it to the notification text. Label type is... Oh, that's fun. Okay, I don't think any of this matters because there's not really like a... Did I see the word objective? Selected objective? Objective? Global variable? We'll figure it out. There's probably already a way to do this, but this is a great chance for you guys to see how simple and easy it is to create a new UI component and link it to the Adventure Creator brain. Okay, so now we have this menu element called notification. All right, that's great. Congratulations. Now let's... Okay, so what we'll want to do is trigger it, number one. Thank you very much. Let's go into two-screen mode. Bada bing. So I believe that it will... So I've got some custom code that positions the... this is a stupid way to do that. So I've got some custom code that positions the object relative to the player. I believe that'll all just work similar to how the dialogue and stuff works, but I will put this front and center. I can't remember the math that I'm doing to position it down lower. I think it's, to be honest, I think it's going to just get dumped there, so that's fine. I'll probably make an offset. At the moment it like positions it, and I set the distance away from the player, but I think I manually put it down a meter maybe. So we'll probably just like make an offset for that. So distance from player X, distance from player forward Y, blah, blah, blah. All right, cool. Great tutorial. We love it. We love watching the great tutorials by the great Pagliacci. So I am going to... Now that I've created this notification, like, and linked it, like all this kind of like basic UI stuff, super simple, right? Like you could do that anyway. Now I've got a, I can go to the action list editor here, and then at the end of this, we can say, let's say, well, for starters, let's just say menu, change state. Like I said, I don't actually know how to do this. I'm just guessing. Change type, turn on menu to turn on notification. All right, transition, wait until finish, don't give a shit. Okay, also what we want to do, I feel like we could make a little like sub action list. I don't quite know how to do these things yet, but well, let's give it a crack. Okay, so what I want to do is I want to make a little bundle of logic around it. So this is where like Adventure Creator can be used by someone that can code, but is not and like understands like, I guess like system design, but wants to make something that essentially doesn't need to write code, so you can take advantage of other stuff. But you do then have to learn Adventure Creator, which is what I'm doing at the moment. So I'm going to make an action list. This is a system action list. So let's create folder. System action list. And And I'm going to call this one, rename, notification. It's interesting because like I wonder if I can call notification, but I probably can't pass it a variable, right? Like I'm imagining that I can receive the notification text and it can handle all the like stuff. But you know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to do it manually because I don't give a shit. I think I'm assuming that you can't pass a variable to an action list. You would set it globally, and then the action list would use that. But that's the only step that was going to be in this action list. So I'm gonna like so what I'm going to do is I'm going to call this menu close, maybe? No, whatever. Okay, so menu to turn on notification. So before we want to turn it on, we want to say menu set do something, probably check state, select element, menu containing element. Menu check state, set input box text, menu containing input. No. Huh. Alright, maybe I'll cut this bit out. I definitely won't. Input, hotspot, engine, document, dialogue, container, character, yada yada yada. Okay, so let's have a look. Set text element adventure creator. Before anyone says anything about like, oh, okay, you could bloody, just do this yourself, go fuck yourself. Well, there goes my PG YouTube video rating. All right, cut. Okay, all right. So you make it a variable. So let's just say, I remember. Okay, cool. I remember all this. The thing is, I learned how to do all this like 6 years ago before I knew anything about coding, and then have forgotten it all, and then have just almost come full circle, realizing that I'm essentially trying to build this. I mean, like maybe I'll just learn how to use this instead. Okay, so what you do is you get a variable, you create a global variable, which is a string, and we call it notification text. Initial value should be blank. Values can be translated. Link to nothing. That's fine. Okay, now so what we want to do is go global object. No. We go variable, which is here, and we say assign preset, and we say set variable. No, what? Set global notification text. The only one here equals. Hey YouTube. Download Adventure Creator. You're welcome, Chris. Okay, and then we want to do that first, I assume, probably. And then we want to turn on the menu. Then what we want to do, and we probably wouldn't do it in this order. That's okay, we're all doing our best. Is link the label type is a global variable, notification text. Linked text is not there. That's interesting. Maybe because I changed it. That's all right. We go to. So I'm using the UI template from the Walking Dead download for Adventure Creator because there was less of them, to be honest. Oh no, that's all right. I think I fucked up. I think I fucked something up. That's okay. So, okay, that's linked to that. Did I, subtitles, did I link it to the wrong one? I did. I'm pretty sure. That's okay. All right, so, yeah, I think I changed the name of the wrong UI element. Okay, I'm hoping this works because I really want to do this in one take and then quit forever. Just kidding. speech line is, so speaker name is text name. All right, so I just setting that back up so that it's the conversation stuff is linked back to the conversation stuff. You can see here in the menu, you've got all these ways of controlling and accessing and being affected by various systems behind it, and then you can link it to the prefabs, which is great, and it's pretty easy to make those prefabs 3D in VR using curved UI. So, all right, here we go. The one take tutorial. Will it work the first time? If not, I'm calling the police. Scoot stands up, says nothing because I've managed to actually break the dialogue system. Fuck. That's right. Who cares? What that means is, okay, so yeah, basically what I did was cooked it, essentially. So subtitles is linked to, yeah, the wrong canvas. All right, great. Yeah, so I duplicated the subtitles canvas, which is fine to do. And then I renamed the old one instead of renaming the new one. So that's fine, that's okay. Pretty sure I've linked all that back up. Nope, because I guess I just changed the parent, so that's okay. It's a bit of mucking around. Like I feel like a lot of devs, especially in short, would be like, you know, like it's so much better to have your own system and you can manage your own thing. But like, show me a system that's better than this to manage this kind of stuff. You know what I mean? Like just because you can't control it, so you have to learn their design patterns, like whatever. Okay, so take two. Hopefully we'll see a dialogue system, and then what we'll see is what we just made, which is the notification prompt show up right afterwards. And I want that notification prompt to distinguish between dialogue, which is you talking to a character. Hey, there we go. Hello, miss. How can I help? That's great. And we're going to have to watch this whole conversation and my beautiful writing. What are we supposed to be doing again? So I want to figure out how to distinguish between me, I'm Sheena, and Scoot, which is this guy. Another thing that I've been thinking about though is making actually a third party character that you're kind of with and navigating through, if that makes sense. I've set this, so this dialogue system you can see here, it's a bit slow, but you can set the parameters, the speed. Okay, so how am I supposed to catch glow hoppers? So I've just done like a basic quest, and I've never really designed a quest before, to be honest. So I'm just like trying to make something that makes sense to me. And also as a way of like using something like a simple framework you can sort of easily imagine one thing after the other. So I can build out these systems, understand it without also trying to figure out like some weird abstract thing that I'm doing, right? So yeah, obviously made this is too slow now, which is fine. And I put like a half-second delay, which is too long. So I'm gonna increase the speed by like 15%, cut the delay in half, and that should be fine. So yeah, you can see here, this was the dialogue system that we just duplicated, right? Which is linked to the dialogue system in the, hey YouTube, download adventure. Great, so that's like a notification now, and that's using a different system that I can use to trigger and have different UI styling. So obviously, maybe that's a pretty good tutorial. I don't know. I feel like I'm a relatively good teacher, but I've never done a YouTube tutorial. So there you go. Hey YouTube, download Adventure Creator. So what I'm gonna have to do now, which I guess I'll do, and maybe that'll help you remember what we just did, is add an action list called close notification. Which will wait, let's say 3 seconds, and then menu, change state, turn off menu, notification. I won't make you sit through that because, well, maybe we can. Well, I don't have the skip button, which is also on my feature list. So that is how you, in one take, thank you very much, how you action list when turned on. Oh look, and they already, this is how they do, look, they already have a bunch of close and deselect and all that shit. So I've done it right. That's how you can create a new menu element in Adventure Creator, and how you can then connect it to your logic and stuff like that. Thanks.